Welcome everyone to another daily vlog here on my channel. Today's video we're going to head down to Home Bargains and B&M and we're going to check out all the sundries that they've got on offer when it comes to gardening for 2026. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Starting with Home Bargain then, this is going to be the shorter visit of the two. So we have some roses here now for just £2.49. I actually think these are really good value. Now they are in pretty good condition, but they are quite early on in the stock. The older the stock, the worse they become. And on top there, for just 99p, we have some seed potatoes. Moving on to the lawn care, some really great prices here. I genuinely feel like it's a little bit early for lawn care, but nevertheless they've got it out. And then we've got some tomato food. That's really good deal, to be fair. The Tomarite home brand is much more expensive. Moving on to weed killers, if that's something that you do in your garden, it does have to be above, I believe, 14, so it wouldn't be active anyway. And then again, moving on to the tomato plant food for just £2.49. I actually think that's really good value for what it is and for the size of the bottle. Underneath there again, we've got some more weed killers and fence paints from around £10.99 as well, so that's really good value. Moving on to spades, forks, etc., they start at around £9.99 and go up to about £15. Same for the shears. Now this compost, really good value, to be fair, just £4.99, and I believe that's around a 40 litre, so pretty good value for what you're getting there. And it's a Levington's make, I believe. So Levington's used to be the leading brand when it comes to compost. So Trugs, £3.99 now for the size of it. It's pretty good value, right? And more compost at just £2.49. So we've got some screening that starts from around £24.99, along with the ornaments. If they're your thing, then that's great. Just a quick visit here then today on the Home Bargain. So we'll be moving on to B&M in just a sec. Now £24.99 for the walk-in greenhouse, decent price for the size. Straight into my local B&M, and the compost already £2.99, very similar price, but these are a go sure. So in my opinion, I'd be inclined to go for the Levingtons. Again, slightly cheaper for the paint at just £10. I actually think this is the sort of colour I picked up last year. And again, the timber care for just £10. So again, they're actually outdoing them for price. Down the main aisle now, and we'll start with some bird food. If you're a bird lover, then this is perfect for you. Mostly around £2.99, £3.99. Loads of different things in stock. Again, very similar to Home Bargains here in B&M. This has got a lot of weed killers, and again, they won't work until it warms up. This is the stuff I'm interested in. So a lot of things are £4, 60 pots there, and they're all biodegradable. This little set here for £4 I think is really cool. It will give you your sticks, and it even gives you a cover over the top. So I think that's a good buy for £4. Loads more seed trays from £2, and storage boxes obviously. And then these are the things I'm really interested in. So they actually start at £12 and go up to £24 depending on the shelf. So they've got like 2 shelves, 5 shelves, and a walk-in, if you like. I actually love these. I use these at home when it comes to my young seedlings and my brugmansias. I think for what you get, it's absolutely like a brilliant price, and they really do hold the heat. So I'd highly recommend, if you're thinking about growing some seeds or starting seeds, then you think about buying one of these. Back to pots then, so from around £2.99, and then you've got all your clips and sundries like that, and they start around £2 to £3, depending on what sort of clip you're after, whether you're tying up beans or climbers and things like that. So we've got some hose reels. They start from around £7.99, and then obviously mix and matches with guns. And then moving on to hanging baskets, they start at around £5 up to £12 depending on the shape. Decent-ish value. I'm not sure if I like these or not. Let me know down below whether you guys do.
But yeah, I'm not entirely sure I like the design of those cone ones. Now moving on to solar lights, they start from around literally £2.99 depending on what it is, and there's a smashing selection of solar lights. And to be fair, I've had a couple in my garden. I'd highly recommend them from B&M. Absolutely nothing wrong with them, and great value for a lot of different ones. And there's a lot of different designs which you can which will suit any garden really. So ornaments, they've got a lot of stuff on offer in my local B&M. Now, please note, this is a B&M that hasn't got a garden centre, so it's a lot that you guys will probably come across in your local towns. I absolutely love these. I actually went ahead and purchased one of these small tikis. So the larger one is £7, smaller one is £4. And a decent selection of pots. These can be used as indoor pots or outdoor pots because they don't have drainage holes. So that's something to be mindful of if you guys are planting them outside. You'll need to put a hole in them. So back over to the lights, and again, a really good selection of solar lights. We've got a lot of stock in my local B&M. Now, I am actually in Staffordshire, but I know obviously B&M's nationwide, right? So it will be store dependent. But in mine, in Staffordshire, we've got a really good selection. It's for the time of year as well, because bear in mind, we're only very early February, and it's still cold. Very wet, so yeah, we're all still thinking about gardening, right? But this was a nice little walk around. So larger pots at the top there that you saw, they start from around £4.99, and again, always just worth checking it's got those drainage holes in. Now let me know down below, are you a clear lights kind of person or a colourful lights kind of person? I used to be clear, but I kind of like it all in now. A little bit Stranger Things kind of vibe. I really like all the colours. Let me know down below. So mats and runners start from £8. These are pretty decent, to be fair. I have one that sits out on my decking in the summer, and I purchased it from my local B&M. So I was really happy with that, and it's really good quality, to be fair. Moving on then, from around £7, we've got some more tooling. So we've got some shears and clippers, and then we've also got 3-piece hand tool set for just £3. Quality perhaps with these is a little bit questionable, but I think they're pretty good value. This is a purchase I'd like to make. These snips look great for just £3 and look pretty good quality, to be fair. Moving on, spades, forks and edges, etc. They start from around £10 up to about £14 for your long handled lawn edges. So we've got plant sticks from £4. Massive natural ball there. I think that was £3, to be fair. And then again, you've got all your cable ties, your strimmer line, and twisty ties as well. So your twisty tie, the one on the far right there, for £3. That's what I use a lot. Very flexible, and they're really easy. And also they don't get lost so much. So again, more lawn care, that all starts from around £3. It's a touch early, I dare say, this time of year in February. This is one I'm interested on. This is the proper make. This is Tomerite for £4.99. So if you're willing to buy the actual make, it is quite a lot more money. Controversial one now, rooting powder for just £2.49. It's a great price. I don't tend to use it so much, but I know a lot of people do swear by it, and that's a great price. So just here we see fish blood bone meal, grow more, but this is the one, chicken manure pallets for just £4.99. That's a brilliant price for that, and the grow more is from £3.99 to £4.49. Really great selection of bird boxes, and they start from £2.99 up to the actual bird tables for just £10.
I really like these, you know. I've gone back to these.
Decent selection of bulbs, 3 for £5. Now the quality of this time of year, they're always hard and firm, is what you should have, and yeah, they're a great price and really good summer bulbs. More seed potatoes with garlic and onion, and they are 3 for £5 as well. Good selection, to be fair. And finally, this is a really good selection of seeds. So it's got some perennial and some annual seeds. These are 3 for £2, and these start from £1.99 all the way up to £4.99, depending on what seeds you want, but really good selection.
Do you know what? I haven't seen these before. Not this little anyway. Just £4. I'm really chuffed to bits with this. It's a bit like a fart in a hurricane, isn't it? Buying something that small for my garden. But if you did enjoy it, then please give it a big thumbs up. Something we're going to feature in the channel in 2026. So I'm going to see as many garden centres, B&M stores and all that sort of good stuff as much as I can, along with continued daily vlogging every day, my garden and maybe some other gardens in there as well. But until tomorrow, I'll see you in the garden. You take care, guys.